Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Calvert, and I am the founder of TalkingWithHeroes.com, and thank you for your service.us. I'm here at a horse ranch in Elbert, Colorado, Pikes Peak Therapeutic Riding Center, and I'd like to bring up Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Bob.
Appreciate you having me out here today.
Thanks for coming out.
And if you don't mind, tell people a little bit about your background and then what led you here and what you do here.
Yeah. Well, I fell in love with horses as a kid. My grandpa raised them, and so I've always been a 12-year-old when it comes to horses. And it was about 10 years ago I realized that this feeling I'd always had inside me was just a call to serve my fellow man. So I got into nonprofits, and then I found the opportunity where I could work helping people and also with horses. And it was one of those moments where you always hear about these jobs where people say you find your dream job, and I kind of think maybe I found mine.
That's good. So now I met you first years ago at a Sims meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? So how long have you been involved with Pikes Peak Therapeutic Riding Center?
I've been with PPTRC now for going on 3 years.
Okay. And by the way, folks, it's www.pptrc.org, and they are also one of the newest members of r4alliance.org. So talk about what you all do here.
Yeah, we at PPTRC, we help folks address physical, intellectual, and mental health disabilities or special needs. That can range from a child addressing autism to an adult addressing depression, and even service members or veterans addressing things like PTSD, TBIs, and the list of disabilities that horses can help address, it just goes on and on. And so what we do is we just help people find health and wellness through partnering with horses.
Okay. And do you have a lot of veterans responding in the community here? Because there's a lot of military bases here.
Yeah, being located in an area with 4 military bases surrounding us, we do about half of our population that we serve are veteran service members and their family members. It could be a spouse or a dependent. 40% of who we serve are our children. But we just really want to, we know it's not only our responsibility, but also our privilege to be able to work with the veterans and service members, especially in this area where such a high percentage of the population is military related.
Yeah, the owner of the company that brought me out here, the transportation service, Delta Transportation, he was telling me about one of the people that they take to medical appointments. They had their daughter out here.
Oh, wow.
And she had a lot of problems, and the equine therapy, he said, "Is that where you're going?" He said, "We're going to take you there." His name is Al. And then Ron is a driver that you met here,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a veteran.
Oh, very
So
nice.
yeah, a lot of veterans around here. So what about other organizations here? Do they refer people to you? Let's say maybe the Veterans Post or the military bases themselves?
Yeah, in order to reach everyone who needs our services, we do work with a lot of area agency partners. We work with the Department of Behavioral Health at Evans Army Community Hospital. We work with Cedar Springs Hospital, Veterans Trauma Court, the VA Center. They all refer clients to us. And so there's a pretty long list of folks that they either refer clients to us or they actually have their therapist as part of the service. So we collaboratively work together to provide the service, as to where we do also have the option for folks to simply make the referral, and then we can provide the services. And we also work with individual physicians and therapists. They're able to refer clients to us. And then we have some folks, they've heard about equine therapy, they want to get involved, they think it might help them out, and so they find us on Google and give us a call and just come out on an individual basis.
Yeah, I think working with R4 Alliance, like the last 4 years, there's a number of equine therapy organizations involved now, nonprofits, and the word seems to be getting out that horses seem to be able to help us humans.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
Yeah, a lot of especially on the mental health side, because that is where we serve the majority of our veteran service members and their families, is through our mental health programming. And so the basics there, it kind of boils down to the fact that horses operate naturally off of fight or flight instincts. And so those fight or flight instincts closely resemble the way that the brain of someone with PTSD or post-traumatic stress symptoms will react to situations. And so they're able to work with the horse not only to build the relationship and to build the trust that's needed to really bond with that animal, but then they can also see the behavior in the horses. And a lot of times we have folks say to us, my family's been trying to explain to me that I have this impact on them when I'm around them. But it's not until they come out and work with the horses and see the way the horse reacts to them that they truly believe it, because a horse is not going to judge us. And so they are simply responding to their environment and to the way we are around them. And so it's a true reflection of the impact we're having on our environment without having the worry that humans are involved in possibly judging us in any sort of fashion. And so that's really the basics of how our programs work. It starts out with each client will choose the therapy horse that they want to work with. But a lot of the times the horse will choose the client. We had one service member come out. He was pretty numb. He just wasn't feeling much at all. And so it was his first day out. They went out with the horses to select the horse they wanted to work with. And the biggest horse in the herd just came right up to him and planted his head in his chest. And the service member, he threw his arms out and he said, I'm freaking out here. And so the therapist was able, just by that very first interaction, to say, and how does that make you feel? So it started him thinking about how this experience was impacting him. And he was able to work with that horse to really build that relationship, the trust, and bond with that horse to be able to address some of the needs that he had.
Excellent. So we're going to do a little tour here, next episode, right? For people watching, military families, veterans families, caregivers, what would they do to find out more? Like, I know you have your website, so why don't you give that again? Are there certain links they might want to click on? Or
yeah, the best thing to do would be to visit our website. It is pptrc.org. On that website, you can find information about the different programs we offer, and also contact information. The next step you would want to take is giving us a call. The number is on our website, but it's 719-495-3908. And you can speak with our program director, Chester. He's able to talk with you to make sure that our services will be able to fit your need, first of all, and then help you get enrolled in the program that's going to best fit you.
Yeah, I first met Chester, I think it's a couple of years now, isn't it? Wow, time's flying. I turn 71 tomorrow, so time is definitely flying.
Oh, happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we were at the Penrose Event Center, and so you have some activities out there too?
We do. We're currently at our Latigo Trails location. It's our main location where we provide all of our services, but we do have a satellite location at Norris Penrose Event Center inside of Colorado Springs where we provide our mental health services.
Okay, great. Okay, well, let's get started with the tour, but before we go, I always like to end every episode by giving a shout out to our troops, and obviously people who watch the news know we have a lot more troops deployed.
Right.
So go ahead, look at the camera.
I'd just like to tell everyone out there how much we appreciate everything you're doing for our country, the sacrifices that you're making, putting your lives on the line, and we couldn't have the lives that we do if it wasn't for you. There's probably some troops flying over right now with all the military bases around, and so just thank you. Please accept this virtual hug.
Okay, folks, once again, I am Bob Calvert, the founder of TalkingWithHeroes.com. Thank you for your service.us. When you go to the Talking with Heroes website, you'll see a lot of videos now. The majority of the website homepage is videos, and all the videos we're going to do here will go on our YouTube page, social media, but also on our homepage. And then I'm sure you're going to be putting them on too. So, okay, folks, I'm going to say the same thing to our troops. We know we have a lot more going over there in different countries. So be safe, stay alert. God bless you, and everybody, please share these videos with everybody you can. And we'll be back with more from Pikes Peak Therapeutic Writing Center, www.pptrc.org, on Talking with Heroes. Welcome back, everybody. Don Calvert now behind the camera. I'm going to be following Melissa. We're here on TalkingWithHeroes.com. Thank you for your service.us. And we're out in Elbert, Colorado at the Pikes Peak Therapeutic Writing Center. We just talked a little bit with Melissa. And hi again, Melissa.
Hi.
So we're going to now give our folks a tour, so I'm not going to be saying anything till the end. And I'm going to try to follow you on my scooter. See how this works out.
Sounds good. And so what you see, this is the entrance to Pikes Peak Therapeutic Writing Center. As we come up here on the right-hand side, you will see what we call, it's our outdoor sensory trail. It helps us get our clients outside so that they can experience the benefits of the therapies we offer in an outdoor environment, just because a lot of our clients have difficulty getting outside. So we try to get folks out into the fresh Colorado sunshine, which seems to be missing a little today, but just as much as we can. And so there are several activities that you'll see as we go by.
We're going to go over to this building to the left, right?
Yes, this is our main barn where the majority of our lessons take place, over on the left here.
I'm going to follow you now. Keep talking.
Okay. And whenever clients come out to Pikes Peak Therapeutic Writing Center, we are the only PATH Premier Accredited Center in the region. And so what that is, it's PATH is the Professional Association of Therapeutic Horsemanship, and Premier Accredited Center is the highest status that a therapeutic riding center can have with that organization, which provides certification and accreditation for the entire industry. And so that Premier Accredited Center status holds us to very high safety standards. For example, no one under the age of 18 is ever even around a horse without a helmet. And we've got a binder of about 3 inches thick of safety standards we follow, just to make sure that we are providing the best quality service we can to each person that comes out. And so now we can go into the barn here. You'll see where all of our horses do come into stalls at night. And you can see the arena where a lot of our lessons happen. We currently have 12 therapy horses.
We're going to go in here first.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll head into the main barn where we provide most of our lessons now. We do currently have 12 therapy horses that are part of our herd. And each of those horses is limited to the amount of time and days it can work, just to ensure the happiness and health of our horses as well. These are going to be the stalls where the horses come at night. You'll see each horse. We work to find sponsors for each horse annually. In here we've got Dusty. Yeah, he's got a fly mask on. He had something come up with his eye the other day, so he's got a fly mask on there to kind of help keep any foreign objects out of his eye until he gets better. Dusty is one of the newer horses in our program, but he has already proven quite beneficial. Yeah, and it costs just under $5,000 each year to care for and feed each of the horses, and that's why we do seek the sponsorships. And then here to the left as we come through, you'll see we do have a tack room. We typically use Western and English saddles, but we try to use English as much as possible for clients who are riding the horses, because there's less material between them and the horse, and that allows the client to receive more impact. The Western saddles being thicker, they tend to cancel out more of the horse's movement. And because we have so many volunteers come out, we have over 200 volunteers who help out each year. We make sure everything is labeled, because if you misplace one thing in a barn, it can be difficult to find. Yeah, and so as we come in here, you'll be able to start to see the arena where the majority of our lessons addressing physical disabilities take place. To the left here we have our mounting ramp. What we will have is the client and the therapist or therapeutic riding instructor will be on the right side here. On the left side is going to be one of our volunteers, and they will bring the horse through the middle in order to allow the clients to mount. It is wheelchair accessible. There's the ramp on the other side there, just to make sure that anyone can receive services and that there's no barriers to the adaptive service. This is the arena here. You'll see several objects around the arena. You'll see the yellow tape with the orange corners. These items are used for a variety of purposes. The yellow and orange tape helps our visually impaired riders be able to see the arena so that they can ride more independently. The boxes around the arena can be used for a lot of different activities that help to build stretching, core strength, coordination, and we've got a ladybug over here who's used for a beanbag toss. Keeping therapy fun is a big part of what goes on out here. We never overlook the medical benefit, but by keeping therapy fun, we're helping clients be engaged in their wellness.
I noticed you have a couple of your sponsors banners on.
We do. We also have arena sponsors. We've got the Woodshed, Phil Long Ford, Taco Bell. There's some really great partners of ours who help make sure that everything continues to be available out here, just because if any of you have ever had a horse, they're not cheap animals to care for, but their impact on our lives is pretty amazing, and it's worth it.
So we're going to go around the other side now?
Yeah, we can head around into the observation room here. And right now we are in our observation room at PPTRC. This is where if a child is coming out to receive services, all clients actually enter through this room for safety reasons, and parents can wait in here if their child is receiving services. There are these windows that can see out into the arena so that the parent is still aware of what's going on and can see everything. And then this is our client board in the observation room. We've got our sponsors listed on the left there. We always want to say thank you to them. You'll see one of our military program grantors listed there also, the Disabled Veterans National Foundation. And then we also have an area over here where clients or their families can say thank you to their instructor, their horse. They can draw a picture and leave a note. It's just another way of helping people understand that when you come out to PPTRC to receive services, you truly are a part of the family. And so that's what this board does, is it just gives everyone a chance to kind of get to know one another and be a part of the family. So this is Lido, one of the therapy horses here in the program that we were just speaking about. Lido is in the process of being retired, but you'll notice Lido is wearing this blue fly mask here. That's because Lido, because he's a white horse, he has really pale skin and can get sunburned easily. And so the fly mask keeps the sun off his face. It also helps to keep those pesky flies off during summer. But it is a mesh material, so he can still see through it. It's just kind of like sunglasses for people. And whenever you meet a horse, the best thing to do is to always approach from the side, because of their long noses, they can't see directly in front of them. So you always want to approach from the side, and then you put your hand out. Lido and I already did this, so he's a little uninterested. But you let them sniff your hand, and then you let them touch your hand first. And that's their way of saying, okay, we're cool, you can pet me now.
Okay, this has a really good view of where we just were at, too.
Yeah, and so that's the main barn over there. That small barn there that you see, the blue and white one, is where we keep our feed and our hay and our supplies. That's where we'll be going here in just a second. This is our office here, the round pens, and then the turnout lot here for the horses. And you can see just a glimpse of some of the other horses out there in the pasture. We call it the hidden pasture because you can't see it very well from here.
Oh, way up there.
Yeah.
Beautiful area out here.
There is something special about being out here. Being rural does make it a bit difficult for folks to get to us sometimes, and that's why we have our satellite location. But there's something therapeutic about being out here. A lot of parents that have children with us will say, when we come out to see you guys, it feels like we're driving away from the chaos, from the world, and we can just take some time to be ourselves, be calm, and move at a bit slower pace. And that in and of itself in today's world is priceless.
Why don't you give your website address again?
Yeah. So our website address is pptrc.org. It stands for Pikes Peak Therapeutic Riding Center. On the website, we have all the information about our programs, our staff members. You can meet our horses, learn about sponsorship opportunities available, and there's also contact information on there if you'd like to get more involved, maybe receive services, volunteer with the organization. And we always love to give people in-person tours like this. It's a great place to come out and see.
Well, I'm glad I came out here. I have some veterans families that I know are going to want to watch this.
Oh, I love hearing that, Bob. Thanks so much for coming out and helping us spread the word.
Absolutely. So now we're going to go over to the barn and interview some people.
Right. We're going to talk with 3 people that work pretty closely with our veteran services.
Great. Well, folks, you've been watching this on TalkingWithHeroes.com. Thank you for your service.us. And we're here at Pikes Peak Therapeutic Riding Center in Elbert, Colorado. And we'll be back with more. And please share this video. Anybody you know, military families, anybody with disabilities or where equine therapy might help them, give them an opportunity to know about this, especially in this area, Colorado Springs, Denver area. So we'll be back.